Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about continuous statement. So the continuous statement is used to skip the current iteration and move to the next one. It allows the loop to continue running but skips executing the rest of the code for the current iteration. Let me illustrate it with an example. So we would like to write a program that skip even numbers. Okay. For that, we are looping over all values for variable I in the range between 1 and 6. And if this I variable is divided by 2 and the remainder of this division equals 0, we're going to continue. Otherwise, if this condition is not passed, we're going to print I. So let me type down this I equals 1, I equals 2, I equals 3, I equals 4, and I equals 5. Okay, so these are the values that I is going to iterate over. So for the first time, when I equals 1, it basically mentions, sorry, let me put this. Okay, 1, if 1 is divided by 2, the remainder would be equal to 0. It is checking this condition. Is it true? No, because it's not true. It is going to print 1 for us. So in the output, we will have the print 1. Okay. Then it moves to the next number. So I is incremented by one value. So we are having if 2 divided by 2, the remainder of this division equals 0. Yes. So when it is yes, it is going to continue. So this condition is passed. Therefore, it is going to skip this iteration. So it is not going to print anything for us in the output. So it is going to skip. It is going to continue. Nothing happens. Skip this iteration. Okay. Then it is going to increment the value of I one more time. So I equals 3 now. So 3, if it is divided by 2, the remainder of this division, is it equal to 0? No. So it's not equal to 0. Therefore, it is going to print 3 in the output. Then I equals 4. 4, if it is divided by 2, the remainder would be 0. No. The remainder would be 0. Yes, sorry. So therefore, it is going to skip this iteration again. And finally, when I equals 5, 5 is divided by 2. The remainder, is it 0? No, so it's not 0. Therefore, it is going to print 5 for us. So looking at the output, we see that it is escaping the even numbers. It is printing 1, 3, and 5. So let me run the code one more time. So we are printing 1, 3, and 5. You see here in the output, we are having 1, 3, 5. As we expected, we are printing 1, nothing happens, printing 3, skip this iteration, and printing 5. Let me go through the analyzing of code one more time. So we are having a for loop starting from I in the range between 1 to 6. So I is going to take values between 1 to 5, okay, between 1 and 5. So in case that when we are entering this loop, if I is divided by 2 and the remainder of this division is equal to 0, do nothing and go back up and increase the value of I. Continue is doing basically this thing. Otherwise, print the value of I. So 1 divided by 2, the remainder is 0? No, because it's not an odd number. It's not an even number. So the definition of even number is when it is divided by 2, the remainder must be equal to 0. Therefore, when this does not happen, the number is odd. So by having this line, we can understand if a number is odd or even. So if one number is divided by 2 and the remainder of this division equals 0, it means that that number was an even number. So we are saying that 1 divided by 2, the remainder equals 0. No. So it's not 0, therefore it is not going to continue, it's not going to enter this condition, and it is going to print I, and I was 1, so it is printing 1 in the output. Okay. Then I equals to 2. 2 is divided by 2. The remainder equals 0. Yes. When the answer is yes, continue. When the answer is yes, so this condition is passed, so it is entering this part. Okay. When entering this part, it says execute the continue statement. And continue statement means that do not execute the rest of the code for the current iteration. Okay. So for the current iteration, it does not execute the code. It goes back up and I is incremented by 1 value. So I equals 3 now. 3 divided by 2, the remainder equals 0. No, because the answer is no. It is going to print I here. It is not going to enter the continue part, okay? Because the continue part is going to be executed whenever this if condition is true and whenever the statement of the if condition is going to be executed. So printing 3 here, and then for the 4, when I is equals 4, 4 divided by 2, the remainder equals 0. Yes, so continue and do not execute the rest of the code for current iteration. It goes back up, so nothing happens here as you see. I equals 5, 5 divided by 2, the remainder equals 0. No, so if the answer is no, print I for me, which is 5 here in the output. So this is basically how we can use the continue statement to skip the current iteration when certain conditions are met. Thank you for watching.